Yes, hello, I'm Dre. Welcome to my after action report on Uma Musume's Cancer Cup Championship meeting. I'll be going over the Umas I made for the Cup and how they fared in the opening rounds. After that, we'll see the final race in its entirety. Cancer Cup is the first championship meeting that I took somewhat seriously. The race took place on a 1600 metre mile track that featured a wide curve during the mid-race before diving headfirst into a final sprint towards the finish. Discussions regarding Cancer Cup were quite focused on frontrunners using Saiyan Sky's unique ability, angling and scheming to secure victory for themselves before any other Yuma had a chance. Other strategies, including blocking frontrunners and other Yumas viable in other positions, were also widely discussed. Compared to the previous championship meetings, there was less focus on stamina and more on corner speed increasing skills. As for myself, I went into preparations for the meeting aiming to shape a few late and end closes whilst avoiding the front runner meta. My hopes were that I would be able to win at least a few races for myself. The first of these Yumas was Narita Taishin running in the end closer position. Taishin has nearly max speed, slightly under 900 power and most of the skills needed for Cancer Cup. However, the missing gold skill, Encroaching Shadow, limits her acceleration against other Umas. My second Yuma for the championship meeting is Air Groove in her wedding racing attire in the late surge position. A bit more of an Oshi pick than anything else, but built to be an outside chance in the event that Taishin finds herself blocked by any other Umas. Unlike Taishin, Air Groove has max speed and over 1000 power. On the other hand, Wedding Groove has lower stamina stats compared to my other Umas, so is acceptable to debuffers. The final Uma for Cancer Cup was difficult for me to pick, however in the end I settled on Grass Wonder. She is easy to train in the limited time that trainers have between championship meetings. Grass Wonder ran in the late surgery position and shares similar stats and skills when compared to Air Groove. Prior to the event, I was more hopeful that Air Groove would be able to claim victory for the team. The opening round of Cancer Cup went mostly how I expected it to. The first race left me quite optimistic about my chances when Air Groove led the team to a clean sweep. Grass Wonder managed to hold on to win the second race. However, in the following races, Narita Taishin was able to close the distance in time, and the team in general missed the acceleration skills needed to have a chance. These losses brought me back to reality. Thankfully, in the final race, Narita Taishin was in a good position to make use of her ultimate skill to claim the final win required for the next round. After the remaining races of the first day, Taishin and Air Groove each had 2 wins. Surprisingly, Grass Wonder managed to win 4 races. The results of the second day of the first round were not much different compared to the first. Grass Wonder's success can be attributed to one skill. Majora Ryan's inherited unique skill, Let's Pump Some Iron. All of my Umas have this skill, however, Grass Wonder is often in the required 6th place on the final quarter in order to activate it. In many cases, this leads to her overtaking other Umas to proc her own unique skill for even more velocity, snowballing her way to victory. My other Yuma's acceleration skills are less reliable, however, when the stars align, it can provide for fantastic spurts towards the finish. During the day, Air Groove and Narita Taishin had 1 and 2 wins respectively, whilst Grass Wonder continued to surprise with another 4 wins to her name. The second round also went roughly how I expected it to. Air Groove was quickly able to book a place for the team in the final round's Group B. However, it was a lot more difficult to win the 3 and 5 races that were required to secure a place in Group A. The team had won twice multiple times during the third day of the championship, but couldn't secure the elusive third win. Victories were more widely spread out as compared to the opening round, Narita Taishin and Grass Wonder each winning 2 races, whilst Air Groove claimed 3. Day 4 was the final day for the team to secure their spot for Group A in the final round. I decided to try my luck at a different time than usual. Unfortunately for me, I seem to keep running into skilled Umas, particularly Saiyan Sky. Overall, Day 4 resulted in less wins than Day 3, 2 wins to both Air Groove and Grass and a single victory to Taishin. Fortunately, 3 of these victories were in the same ticket, thus pushing the team to qualify for Group A. Actually making it to Group A was quite a surprise. Now, before the final race, I wanted to mention the competition I was up against. At first glance, the race composition of 1 front, 6 late, and 2 end closers suggests anyone could win. Upon a closer look at the other races, the gold ship looks particularly threatening, and the other Umas all look competitive. My Umas need to be in 6th place on the final corner to have a chance. Let's move on to the race now. Due to the race composition, A Groove may prop you unique during the mid-race. Mixed start, the long shot rock will help Grass Wonder. However, Naruto Taishin's late race, missing lone wolf isn't ideal. Taishin moved up to 6th place, which is good to see. Sixth is swapping between Grass Wonder and Taishin, whilst all the speeds are around them. Nemesis helps with position keeping at this stage. Taishin loses 6th place just before the final to Grass Wonder. Let's pump some iron triggers, and Furious Feet also procs at the same time for Grass Wonder. Now the unique skill goes off. She has everything needed for a good run, but seems to be boxed in. Grass Wonder escapes and has a clear run to the finish, however Gold Ship is closing fast. It isn't close in the end, however I'm quite happy with 2nd place for the championship meeting. This marks the end. If you enjoyed watching, consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel. I hope to do more of these videos in the future.